but let's get into it. We got a couple of Philly fans. We got one Philly hater and one guy that I don't know. Let's welcome in, like I said, longtime host on the show, back better than ever, Big Country in the flesh. Good to see you again. Yes, round of applause for Big Country.
Glad to be back, boys. Glad to be back.
Oh, I know you're glad to be back because the Steelers are actually doing something, maybe. This is the most exciting offseason I can remember, at least. So we were just talking about it with Seattle. DK Metcalf requested a trade and got his wish. And where did he fucking go? The Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Wow. For a second-round pick and 6th and 7th round swap. So I assume that means Seattle's moving up in both of those rounds. And then you signed him to a 5-year, $150 million deal. I'll just ask you up front, what are your thoughts on that trade? Was that worth it? And what does that mean for the Steelers going forward?
Well, I mean, honestly, I think it's just, DK's an incredible athlete, but I just think that it's another head case for the Steelers to have to mess with. You know what I mean? We got DK and then we have George Pickens and, it's just for some reason the Steelers like to get those crazy wide receivers that are hard to control for some reason.
Yeah, man. And you've done a lot of other things too. You did sign, I remember texting you about this, sign your boy Darius Slay, signed a 1-year, fully guaranteed $10 million deal with the Steelers. And I could hear for Wes's tone through the phone when I texted him. He said, yay.
Just another old-ass corner. That's all that is. And they don't get along either. DK and Slay, they don't get along very well.
Do they have beef?
I think so. Or they used to, at least. Now they're on the same team. So maybe we get
practice is going to be
fights in practice. We get fights during the games. We get DK and George Pickens double team in a corner down the field. It's just going to be all types of fun.
Hard Knocks. Go to Pittsburgh, man. That would be fucking amazing. Yes, man. I know. Hey, I wanted the boys had some questions for you. Feist, why don't you start off?
No, this time do his because mine kind of go afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Insider trading.
Simon, what you got for Big
Hey, all right. Hey, Wes, welcome back to the show. I want to. My first question I had for you, and if I was a Steeler fan, at least they're making moves, right? The dust is going to settle afterwards. We're going to see who can get along, who can't. But I wanted to get right to the Aaron Rodgers here. Okay. Well, I want to know what is the best case scenario. We'll start with the best case scenario of bringing in Rodgers to be the quarterback.
Best case is probably 10 wins and another first-round loss. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's just until the Steelers make a super drastic move. DK was a big pickup, and if they do go get Aaron Rodgers, who I honestly think is the best option right now, I do think that they're going to go with another 10-win season and get knocked out in the first round again.
Yeah. Well, the writing on the wall does say that that he's probably heading to Pittsburgh. I'd be willing to bet money on it.
He did visit with them, so that's as the official news as we've heard. We're almost 2 weeks out of free agency starting, and everybody's just like, "What the fuck is Aaron Rodgers going to do?"
We're just running out of quarterback. You're running out of quarterback options here. It is what it is. You're sitting on the sidelines for this long. What do you think? Do you think Rodgers is headed to Pittsburgh? And if not, what do you think their other move is at quarterback?
Well, I think that Pittsburgh's really Aaron's last only option at this point if he wants to keep playing in the league or he'll retire. One of those two. And I think the only other option we have to go get a quarterback is trade up in the first round, maybe go get a rookie quarterback. But with that too, the Steelers also don't have a running back that's a starting caliber running back on the roster as well. So what do you do with that? It's either you go get Aaron Rodgers and then go get a running back in the first round, or lose out on Aaron Rodgers, trade up for first round quarterback and then not have a starting caliber running back on the roster.
That's a great point. Yeah. What are you going to do? Sounds like, you're destined for a 10-7 season. You're kind of fucked either way. And yeah, Feisty, you said, oh, you're going to build off it. I can't wait. You were the only guy that shook your head at that wasn't the best option available. I saw that.
Aaron Rodgers. I'll pass. I mean, Big West, welcome back, baby. We missed you a little bit, man. It's good to have you back.
Yeah.
My question is where do you go from here, right? Like, you've done all these moves. Let's say it doesn't work out next year. What's the move? Like, do you let Mike Tomlin go? Do you start all over? Like, are they looking at, or do you think that they're looking at more of trying to build for the next, couple years, and maybe this will work out? But if it doesn't work out, what do you think? Is it a panic button? It's time to restart everything?
I mean, as a Pittsburgh fan, Pittsburgh's Steelers fans are like super volatile, right? So one bad thing happens and they go for Mike Tomlin's head every year. So, but I also, with that point, I mean, he has not had a losing season. Okay, I get that. But what do you do when you go 10-7 every year and then lose in the first round? It's like it's the same thing repeating itself every single season. When he did win those Super Bowls, he won them with a team that was already built from Cowher's, like his philosophy.
Era.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It was built with his philosophy, and then Mike Tomlin took over and went and got a Super Bowl. And I mean, what has he done since? You know what I mean? Just nothing but winning seasons and first round exits. That's basically what it is. He did have a run there where, the Pats kept kicking us out of the AFC Championship game, but I don't know. It's just, if after this season, I just think you got to make a big move. And if it's going to keep repeating itself, maybe you do let go of Mike Tomlin and try somewhere new.
One more season? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe
one more season?
Not just one more season. I mean, Mike Tomlin is a really good head coach, so it's hard for me to say that we need to let him go, but I just don't know what you do at that point. You know what I mean? If you ride with him for a couple more seasons, try to see if he can build an offense that's actually worth a damn, or, let him go. And because that defense, the core of that defense is getting really old too. And it's not going to be a long time until the defense is going to be in a rebuild as well. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because we know that your defense always kind of held it down for you guys while your offense trying to figure it out. So to me, I think this DK Metcalf move is a good move. I think that this gives Georgia.
You just said his name.
George Pickens?
George Pickens.
Yeah. He pronounced the name right, and he didn't. He thought
I was thinking of Kenny Pickens, my bad. So George Pickens, I think that this gives him an opportunity to really free up the kind of player he is, and having an explosive player like DK Metcalf on the other side is definitely going to be a big, big move, and I think it's going to be a good opportunity. I'll say over and over again with no joke, but Aaron Rodgers is going to be the guy to do it, man. It's just, I don't think he's going to be, you will have the weapons depending on who you're going to have, right? Like, you're going to have a good running back who's still young. But
like Wes said, not a true number one running back. They did sign Kenneth Gainwell. Sorry, Sime. You lost Kenneth Gainwell. And congratulations, Wes. I know you were so excited about that as well.
Third down receiving back. That's basically what that signing was. And then we have Jalen Warren, who, he's a great back, don't get me wrong, but I think he's a 50-50 guy. So he's not the type of guy to go in there and take 30 downs every drive. You know what I mean? It's a split backfield situation with him back there.
Yeah. I know, Sean, what was your question for Wes?
So given your current opportunities on quarterback, it's between Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, basically, right?
Yep.
Well, actually, Russell Wilson is not meeting with them, so he met with the Browns and the Giants.
Yeah, he's met with
so
other
I
teams.
think the door might be closed on Pittsburgh.
Wow.
For Russell Wilson.
I really don't have a question then. I was.
Well, here's my question. This is Sean's question. My people sent it to me.
Yeah.
Are you worried about, are George Pickens and DK the same exact receiver? And is that really like gonna, do you have too much of the same thing, I guess? Are they gonna be able to work together? Because they're both kind of that same guy. They're freaky athletic, they're down the field, big catches. You don't really have that slot receiver. You don't have you got Muth, obviously, who's always going to be there. But are George Pickens and DK too similar? I did hear some rumblings of them getting maybe trading George Pickens at this point. Which, by the way, I've told you multiple times, he's my favorite non-Patriots player in the league. So if that happened to I'm just saying, I know it won't, but if it did, if the Patriots got George Pickens, buying the jersey that fucking day. But anyways, back to my question: are they too similar? Can they work together? Are you going to have an offense that can, succeed with those two receivers?
Well, I think so. Because I mean, yes, they do have the same playing style, but DK is a lot more physical when it comes to that. He's just a bigger body receiver that just pushes everybody out of his way. George Pickens is that kind of, but when you see him do he does acrobatic catches all the time, and that's kind of his game, is he can like bend his body in certain ways to get those crazy catches that he does every Sunday. And then DK just uses his speed and big body to really just body people down the field. That's really it. I mean, there was a video of DK when he was running a slant pattern and he didn't catch the ball, but one of the middle linebackers from the 49ers came in and hit him right in the chest, and DK just stood there and took it. And they were running full speed at each other. Then the linebacker was down for the count. So it's I mean, they are very similar players, but I think DK uses a lot more of his physical ability to make his catch or to do his thing down the field, and George Pickens is more of an actor.
I like that. My last question for you is so you've kind of alluded to it. You want the quarterback, you want the running back. I think you'd have to trade up, right, for both of them. What's your dream scenario? So I guess lay it out. So is the dream scenario getting Aaron Rodgers so you can maybe trade up, get Ashton Genty? Or do you want a rookie quarterback?
Well, there's a way that you could do it if you miss on Aaron Rodgers. If you really wanted to do it in the draft, I mean, you trade up to a little bit. I don't even think you really have to trade up super far either to go get a quarterback in this year's first round, because there's quite a few of them in the first round this year. So I don't think you'd have to trade up super far. You get up there, you take your quarterback, and then you go get Scattaboo in the second round or whatever his last name is, I think.
I think you got it, yeah.
All right. I somehow like to mispronounce that name all the time. But yeah, that would be kind of the dream scenario. I mean, even if you did go get A-Rod, you could still do that same scenario and have a rookie QB play backup to Aaron Rodgers. And, because Aaron Rodgers, it's probably only a 1-year deal anyway. He's probably wanting to retire. He wants to go out on top, and that's why I think he wanted to go to Minnesota so bad. But so we'll see kind of how they navigate the draft.
I believe the Steelers will be fools not to go for Aaron Rodgers. I know that. I'm just telling you, that's all that's there. I go for Aaron Rodgers. You have nothing. You really don't have anything to lose. If he has those two weapons, right? And look, I don't like him either, right? He throws for over. Dude, he throws over 30. He'll throw over 35 touchdowns and over 4,000 yards on that team.
Ah.
Put it in the bank. Put it in the bank.
There you go.
That's my take. Clip that shit, bro.
Will do, my friend. Will do. Does that sound good to you? Do you think that'll lead to more, maybe 11-6 this year? Big country?
No, I think it's all going to be the same. Honestly,
Still
I don't know
10-7.
I don't know what else to feel about Steelers football, because I mean, I haven't seen them do anything better than that for a while, so it's just kind of I can't move my expectations up for maybe a second round exit, maybe with A-Rod. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I pulled up some stats here. His stats last season were
They're
not
great.
that bad. I mean,
Not bad. They're great. 28, 11, and what? Almost 4,000 yards,
yeah,
man.
3,900 yards. Yeah, it's not bad. It's good, in fact. Yeah, you're right. 63% completion. It's not. You got to get him. There's no other. Who else are you gonna get? I think I agree with that. So
Feisty, you don't look impressed by all these stats. And
We both one thing for me and Sam's debate. Stats don't mean nothing. So give me all the stats you want, my guy. At the end of
Funny
the
how
day,
that works, huh? Funny how that works. Well, thank you, Big Country, for coming back on. It was a pleasure to have you back on. That was a lot of fun. We got to get some more interview type styles on this. That was fun. So, and thank you, boys. Man, that was a fucking free agency special if I've ever seen one. Holy crap, was that a lot of stuff. So hopefully we've covered it all. We can kind of coast into this rest of the season. Be on the lookout. Some specials coming from your favorite couch potatoes for the draft. I cannot wait for that episode, man. We're gonna have some fun with that. So thank you, boys, for joining us. Thank you all for joining us. That's another episode of your favorite couch potatoes. Make sure to check out the episodes on YouTube and Spotify. Share the clips, like, subscribe, comment on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. And until next time, we'll catch you on the couch. See ya.